everybody, my name is Dr. Sandman. I hope that all of you are doing great. Today it's time for another Mutterings video, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically a story time where I talk about whatever I want. Well, it's also a thinly veiled attempt at showing you my mug collection. So this one's a new one. We have Most Unusual. And it's the Addams Family, the original TV show. Isn't that so cool? Look at it. Also, don't look at anything behind me. My room's a mess. So is everything else in my life. Don't talk about it. This one's about a little problem that I had that I've since fixed. It's no longer an issue anymore. This happened earlier this year. This happened in about June? I think it was in June. And basically what happened was one night, so I know that I should do these often. Everyone should do these often, but I never do like an at-home breast exam or anything like that. I don't know why I haven't. Might have something to do with the whole being trans thing. Might have something to do with the whole I don't want to like acknowledge that that part of my body exists thing. But the fact of the matter is I don't do those. And then one night I was getting ready for bed, and I was putting on my sleep shirt, and I knocked into it, and I knocked into my knocker, and then I went, oh no. And then I put my hand back to where I felt something, and I felt something. It was large, and it was unfamiliar, and I didn't know what it was. There was no discoloration in the area, and it wasn't painful, which were good signs, but I was like, what the fuck is that? What is that? I was freaking out, but I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed and hopefully I'll wake up tomorrow and it won't be there. I don't know what my logic was in that line of thinking, but that's what I did. I was just like, I'm just not even going to address it. Maybe it won't be real, you know? You ever do that? You shouldn't. I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and it was still there, and I started freaking out. Cancer does not run in my family. Well, lung cancer is common in my family. However, most of my family are smokers and I'm not a smoker, so I assume that that kind of like takes my running out of it. Then I was just trying to figure this out because I couldn't like fix the problem that day, so I was like, what do I do? So I was just like, I'll handle this Monday, because it was a Friday, I remember. And so I was like, I'm just gonna handle this Monday. I'm gonna go to work. Everything's gonna be fine until Monday, and then I'll deal with it then. Because I was like, it's a Friday. What doctor can see me? What are the odds? So I was getting ready, and I started putting on my makeup, and I just kept thinking about it. And I just kept thinking about it, and I started like freaking the fuck out. And so I texted my my boss, and I said, hey, just to let you know, I'm probably going to be a little late today. I'm so sorry. I'm just having an off morning, but I'll be in. And then I go back to doing my makeup. It's like that. It was like that scene in Howl's Moving Castle where the witch turns Sophie into an old woman, and she looks into the mirror and she goes, I gotta stay calm. I gotta stay calm. And then she looks again and she goes, I gotta stay calm. That was basically me. It was trying not to freak out, and I went to start doing my eye makeup, and then my eyes just like burst out into tears and I was like in hysterics because I was just like, I have cancer. All too often you see commercials and you hear people like in person where they say, if only we caught it sooner, we could have cured it, or it wouldn't have been that problem. So I was like, I can't wait till Monday, because what if I wait till Monday and then it's too late? Because I don't know how long that thing had been there, you see. So I was like, I gotta take care of this immediately. So I immediately called my boss crying, and I said, like, I can't tell you what it is because I don't know what it is, but I have to go to the hospital. And luckily she's so chill. She said, it's okay, just breathe. I will come into work for you. It's okay. And I was like, thank you. I called my doctor and I said, I found a lump on my breast. Can I please come in? And she said, hold on 1 second. She was back within 10 seconds. She goes, can you come in 1 hour? I said, yes. I went in and the doctor did not help. Well, she helped. She said it might have been enlarged ducts. Ducts for what? I don't know. One of my friends said, you know, like a milk duct. And I was just like, because it was higher on my breast. So I was like, definitely not. Like, ducts for what? So she got me an appointment with a specialist, and I went to the specialist. We had a run-in before we left, so we went downstairs, and there was a cat, and the cat looked like a stray, and it let us pick us up. We're like, oh, it's friendly, and then we're like, whose cat does this belong to? So we had to take it upstairs and bring it food and make sure it was secluded away from my cat so that they didn't get in a tiff. And then we went, and that caused us to be late, only by 10 minutes. But they said that they had a really intense biopsy that they were doing, and they said anybody who was late, even if it was just by a little, had to reschedule because they just couldn't take much more people. So I rescheduled for another day, and I came back, and the day that I returned was an entire 3 weeks since I had found this thing. So for 3 weeks, I just thought I had cancer. They did a sonogram. And she basically said she was confident, but it wasn't conclusive. She was confident. She goes, it's probably benign. It is a tumor, but it's probably benign. I was just like, well, that's reassuring to a degree. All I could think of was, I don't know what Hellboy film it is. It's probably the second one. That scene where Hellboy is in this place with all these creatures, and there's one thing with this thing on his chest that looks like a baby, and he goes, oh, that's a cute baby you got, and the thing responds, and he goes, I'm not a baby, I'm a tumor. I kept thinking of that meme, and so when people are like, did you figure it out, do you know what it is, I just sent them that meme and then said it's allegedly benign. I had to schedule it to get removed, so I went in to schedule it to get removed to a hospital, which was quite a ways away. They had to figure out like where it was, map it out, and that was just a consultation. They weren't really like performing the removal. And so the doctor comes in, the surgeon comes in, and she goes like, hi, how are you? And I was like, fine. And then she grabs my arm and she goes, I like your tattoos. Did they hurt? And I said, no, not really. And she goes like, nice. And then she's like, show me the lump. And I showed her, and she goes like, all right, that's pretty small. I don't know exactly like the measurement of how small it was, but it's the size of a ping pong ball. And I guess like maybe that is medically very small, but for something the size of a ping pong ball that's in your body that's not supposed to be there, that's not very small to me. I'm sorry. She goes, what do you say? Do you hate it? Do you hate it? You want to get rid of it? I said, yeah. She goes like, do you really hate it? Do you really don't want it there? I said, yeah. And then she goes like, all right, I'll take it out for you. And she goes, before she leaves the room, she goes, you know, if you were older, I would have just numbed you up and took it out in the corner of that room. But since you're young, we'll drug you up and make a whole appointment out of it. I was just like, I feel so secure with you. The day finally comes where we take it out. I'm terrified. I have a phobia of surgery, particularly surgery on my torso. I understand there is a rib cage protecting all my internal organs. I understand that. I'm not stupid. However, I'm afraid that any kind of surgery on my torso is gonna pierce my lungs or my heart. I don't know why. I know it's an irrational fear, but is it? So I'm freaking out. And it's my first time ever going into surgery. I've never had surgery before. And I hate being there. I'm alone. I chose to be alone. Don't ask me why. Somebody else did drive me there though. And they put me under, and I wake up high as shit on fentanyl. They gave me so much fentanyl for the pain. And guys, I'm not gonna do it. But after that experience, I was just like, I have a lot more empathy for drug addicts now, because I get it. I'm not gonna do it, but I get it. And I never had like a negative opinion on drug addicts before. I never like thought less of them, but now I'm just like, I understand. Because I felt no pain in my whole body, and I have like a chronic back pain. So all the pain in my body was just gone, and I was like, whoa. But I remember waking up, and the first thing that I said was, "Did you get it all?" And then immediately after that, so they had like this curtain next to me, that when I woke up, and it had like this cross hatching kind of design on it, and I looked at it, and I looked over to the nurse, and I said, "You have to get rid of these curtains." And she said, "Oh yeah?" And I said, "You have to get rid of these curtains. They look like they have swastikas on them." Because in my delirious state, they looked like that. And then I said, I was in art school, and they teach you that if your design even remotely can be misconstrued as a swastika, you have to start all over from scratch. You have to change your curtains. You have to make your Jewish patients feel comfortable. This can make them very upset. Even in my delirious state, I'm an ally. I also remember at one point, after I woke up, asking one of the nurses, I said, "What's your favorite band?" And she said, "U2." I said, "I love U2. They're such a great band." I said, "My favorite band is My Chemical Romance." Because that's what I don't know, I was making conversation, like, I don't know. They brought me to another room, and I remember this distinctly, they were playing music, and the song playing was Michael Jackson's The Way You Make Me Feel, and my eyes were closed, and I could feel myself moving, and a nurse came in, and she said, "Are you dancing in the music?" I went, "Uh-huh." I guess I was just like bopping to it, and this is so stupid. And then she goes, "Do you want," I said, "Do I get a lollipop?" Because I remembered when you were a kid and you were like really good at the doctor, they gave you a lollipop, and I was so scared. I was like, I feel like I did a good job despite being scared. I deserve a lollipop. So I said, "Can I have a lollipop?" And then they said, "We can give you a slushie." I said, "Yeah." And they said, "What flavor do you want?" I said, "Blue." And then they said, "We'll see if we have it." And here's the thing, in my delirious state, I still remembered that you had to have manners, so I knew not to say this out loud. So in my head, when she said, "We'll see if we have that," and in my head I said, "What the fuck do you mean, if you have blue?" Why do you offer a slushie if you might not have the best flavor? Like, what do you mean, if you have it? Luckily they did. And then they gave me crackers, like saltine crackers. Ignore my cat, he's just being goofy. And they gave me saltine crackers, I started eating them, and my mouth was the driest thing, in the driest state that I'd ever been in my life. I was like, like eating the crackers like that. They said, "Do you want some water?" I was like, The whole situation was so stupid. I remember they asked me for the crackers, I said, in my delirious, drugged up state, I said, "Are the crackers vegan?" And they said, "I don't know, but we can check, we'll read the ingredients." And then she read off the ingredients for me, and I'm shocked that even drugged out of my mind, I was just like, yeah, none of those ingredients are animal products. I'm surprised I knew that, like, so, like, out of it. Like, yeah, all those ingredients are okay. And she goes, "Great, so no vegan ingredients in here." And again, in my drugged up state, I knew you have to be polite. You can't be mean and say mean things. So in my head, not out loud, I said, "You fucking idiot, all those ingredients are vegan." That's what that means. They put me in a wheelchair and they wheeled me out. And the person who drove me there took me to the grocery store so that I could just get some things to eat for the week. And I remember going exactly to where I needed to go. I only got like a couple things, and I felt like I was zooming. And then like a week later, the guy who brought me there brings it up. He goes like, "You were going at a snail's pace. You were going so fucking slow." I was like, I thought I went so fast. After this whole ordeal is over, by the way, I do have a scar. It's so small. It's gonna heal up perfectly fine. Oh, by the way, it was a couple months between them saying like it is a tumor but probably benign, and me actually getting the surgery. It was a couple months in between. Oh, and they called me a couple days after. They said they checked it and it was definitely 100% benign, so I was very happy about that. And so what I decided to do was I had a tumor reveal party. I think that gender reveal parties are the dumbest thing in the world. I think they're so stupid. I think they need to stop. They have no meaning. So I was like, what if I had a tumor reveal party? So I did. I blew up some balloons, I got myself a cake, and I decorated it, and the reveal color was green. Cause I kept asking people, I was like, green's like good, right? Green means we're all clear? Yeah, because I was like, what color do I put on the inside? So I decided on green, and I posted that, and people thought that was very funny.
Wait, there we go.
This is ridiculous. Oh my god. I also didn't think it would be this color.
This is my tumor reveal cake. I did not know the glitter was going to be that color or that it was going to come out that fast. Just added the declaration on the top now that we know the color. It's benign.
And I still think it's very funny. When I first called the owner of the store that I work at, my boss, I asked him, I told him, I was like, I have a tumor. When I was telling him I have to take off like certain days for work, I was like, I have a tumor. And he said, hold on, because he was in a really busy room. So he gets back and he goes like, wait, what did you say? You have a baby? And I was like, it's not a baby, it's a tumor. If this ever happens again, my tumor reveal party will be Hellboy themed, in honor of the meme. So that is my tumor story time. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm fine. I had no pain after the surgery, which was remarkable. Recovered just fine. Everything's all good. We're all clear. And yeah, all good stuff. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Subscribe for more videos. I think I have a playlist on my channel of all the other mug butterings / story times, in case you're interested in more of those. I will leave all my social media links in the description below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.